Well, let's turn now to the weather. The death toll is climbing from Typhoon Hagibis. Public broadcaster NHK said that at least 7 people have been killed, 15 missing. The storm slammed into Japan near Tokyo Saturday evening with large waves and record-breaking rainfall. Hundreds of thousands have been left without power. Subways, flights, train services have all been affected. So for the latest on this storm, let's get over to our correspondent, Miro Liu, who's live for us in Tokyo. So Miro, this is the worst storm there in decades. Tell us more about the damage.
Hi, Jonathan. Well, first of all, I have to tell you that they say after a storm comes the sunshine, and it couldn't be more accurate to describe this morning in Tokyo. At least in this part of Tokyo, it looks like people have moved on. They've resumed their daily life. The Typhoon Hagibis has been downgraded by the local weather authority to a severe tropical storm. And authorities have lifted all the heavy rain emergency warnings for all the states and areas that they issued last night. This morning, the sun came out. Last night when we were here, it was a completely different picture. The whole station, we're at the Shinagawa rail station, it was completely deserted. Strong wind, heavy downpour. As you mentioned, the storm, the powerful storm, has caused a lot of damage outside of where I am, at least. You mentioned that the official number now is 7 people died, 15 people missing, more than 124 are injured, and also hundreds of thousands of families are still without electricity and water. We've seen footage from the local TV station NHK World. There are a lot of floods and landslides in a lot of the central and the eastern part of Japan. But at least for now where I am, it looks like business is back to usual, Jonathan.
Well, that is an encouraging sign there, Miro. So how is transportation recovering after all these flight cancellations and subway and train disruptions?
Right. Well, as you know, this kind of natural disasters, the worst hit is, of course, the public transportation system. This morning, when I came to the station, there was still a lot of people waiting to check if they can go to where they want to go. And the operators told me that only 30% of the rail operations in the greater Tokyo areas have been resumed. A lot of the flights are still cancelled. Yesterday, the reports are saying that both airlines, All Nippon Airways and Japan Airways, have cancelled 1,600 domestic flights in and out of Tokyo's 2 international airports. And today, there will be another 800 flight cancellation. In terms of international flights, they're also severely affected. Yesterday, we saw some Chinese tourists were here. They were scheduled to fly back to China, but their flight was also cancelled. But things are slowly resuming, and in a very orderly way, I have to say. It can be pandemonium and chaotic, but here in Tokyo, people are resuming their life in a very orderly manner, Jonathan.
That is encouraging. A lot of disruptions. I know, Miro, you were there to actually cover the One Championship mixed martial arts event before getting moved to cover this storm. So thank you for that report live in Tokyo.